Today I'm gonna help you to authenticate a Chanel bag, so let's go. Hi guys, and welcome back on this YouTube channel. I'm very excited to be back around here. If you don't know me yet, my name is Margot alias margavalux. I'm 27 years old. I live in Spain and I'm French, as you can hear with my accent. Anyway, I talk mostly about luxury bags around here. This is like kind of my passion, and it's as big as I decided to create my own company called handbagcollection, where I sell bags and accessories. Today I'm gonna help you with some little points to authenticate a Chanel bag. These are a few advices to see if the bag is real or fake. And it's not every attention point, you have way more, but these are the most classic one, the one you need to check when you want to buy a Chanel bag. So let's get into it. Before starting, I must say this is not really nice and good to buy a fake bag. Most of all, just because it's like dirty money. You are investing in bad people, in bad industries, such as human traffic, child traffic, drugs, etc., etc., so on. It's lots of bad things, so please do not buy a fake bag on purpose. I know sometimes you probably bought a fake bag without knowing, can happen actually, but these are the point I'm gonna give you, the advice I'm gonna give you to help you not to buy a fake bag. Voila. I'm gonna give you a few advices, and we're gonna start with the CC lock. So it's just here. So the first advice I would give you for the CC lock is to check if the CC is not too rounded, because it needs normally to be flat. All the advices I'm gonna give you is for most of the classic flaps. Some of them can be different. Some of them because they're different concerning the age, the shape, materials used, and so on, but these are the most classic advice for the classic flap. Okay, anyway, so it should be kind of flat and the edge should not be rounded. This is the first one. Then it should have the same distance between the edge in terms of millimeter. It's the exact same all along the way. Every part of the CC lock has the same width. Same. Very important to check this one. Also, usually it should be like in the middle. This is something simple, but it should be. Also something important, the right C should overlap the left one. Very important, as always. Sometimes you can see stamps on the CC lock, mostly vintage one. It can either mean it's 24K gold. It can, but usually it should and really be super clear inside. Like you had sometimes you have like a stamp here, and it should be super clear inside. If it's not, be careful. Either the bag is in very bad condition, and that's fine. Either it should be like a very clear what's inside, and usually it is, even if the bag is in bad condition. Then I'm gonna open the bag to show you the inside of the clasp. So always you have two screws inside. Always. Oh, something I forgot to tell you, but on the outside you should not see any screw. And on the inside you should see two of them, and you should see like the Chanel on the left and the Paris on the right. Always. It should be very clear. The typography is always super clean. Another thing you can check sometimes is the strap. You can always, like, especially on the new ones, you can feel that the chains are kind of heavy. They're not plastic. They're not like very poor metal. These are good material. On the vintage one, it's not as heavy, I could say, on some of them. Also, on the Chanel strap, it's almost impossible to see where it breaks, where it ends. Actually, it's seamless. Usually, you can not see the couture. It's normally super well done. Sometimes, of course, yes, because when it's on the point of breaks, you can see them. But usually, you cannot see like big stitches on all of it. It's usually very similar everywhere. This is super important to check this. Also, the noise mostly as the same. I know it can seem strange, but usually it is. Anyway, something else, on all the bag, the stitching should be flat. It should not be bumped, it should not be gross. Mostly, some other thing is should be like very clean, the same everywhere. You should not have like a seam done weirdly or out of nowhere. You can, when, for example, it's not broken but damaged. For example, mine here is damaged for this one, but otherwise it is not on the quilted leather, never. It's only the couture here, the seam blocks the inside. That's it. I need to go and repair it, actually. These ones, for example, is perfect, but this one just, yeah, is a little bit damaged. This is not a brand new one, and I got super lucky through this bag. It's another story, but it is. Another thing super important to see, I will try each time to show you like a picture of the fake bag in comparison for you to check. Anyway, the bag should have a real structure. Like it's not bigger in another side. It has a structure. This is very square. The corners are supposed to be super square. Mine has a big fold here because it was very wrongly storage, very badly storage by the previous owners. This is why, but it fits perfectly on the table. This is flat. The corners are super straight. It has structure. This is different from a fake. I will try to find one, except for certain model of bags, certain type of bags of Chanel. Sometimes it's different, but on the classic flight, usually it's like this. Sometimes it can be different also because counterfeits, fake bags, counterfeits use very, very bad quality of leather or other material. Sometimes it's not even leather, it's plastic. And so it takes out of the balance of the bag. So the bag kind of have like a very weird structure. But on the real ones, it has a very good structure, very clean as a brand. This is haute couture. This is super high quality. Also something super interesting, the house, the Maison Chanel, use only two types of leather. They use lambskin, so this is a very smooth, nice textured bag. This is very soft and sweet. And they use another one, which is a caviar grain leather. This is a Korean leather. This is very different, and it's like a grain calf skin. And it's more sparkling. It's a very different structure. It's a very different texture. It's very different on the look of it. On my own, I have like a lambskin one. This is the very smooth leather, actually. Then we're gonna go for the other point you need to check is the authenticity card. On this one, I don't have it. I bought it without the authenticity card, actually. Normally, when you buy it in store, you have an authenticity card. Sometimes on second hand, you don't have the authenticity card, but the authenticity card has a number on it, and it should always, I say, always have the same number on the sticker inside the bag. It should match perfectly the same numbers. It should be like the thick of the credit card usually, except for the very, very old vintage. It's sometimes a bit more flexible, we could say. It has gold edges and inline text. This is super important to say. For the oldest Chanel, so the vintage one, they have 7-digit number, and for the more recent one, it's 8-digit number. I don't remember by head from when they went to 8 numbers, 8-digit number, what date, what year exactly. I will have to check on my document. I have a document where I add any point of seeing a fake or real bags all the years for the numbers and everything. I have all on a document. I keep documenting myself all the time for any type of bags, any type of brand. This is super important, and I'm really interested in this. This is so interesting. Anyway, I cannot tell you everything. The video could last forever, but anyway, you have either on vintage bag 7-digit numbers, 8-digit numbers on the more recent one. If this one had like 7-digit numbers, it would be a fake one because this is clearly not a vintage. This is a very recent bag. On the contrary, if you have a very, very vintage bag and it has like 8-digit numbers, this is weird. Okay, another indicator is the quilted pattern. This is a big one. It can help you a lot to find out if your bag is a real or fake one. First of all, you need to check the stitching of the bags. Usually inside here, you will have a minimum of 10 stitches. For example, mine has 10 inside. You should have like a minimum of 10 and more inside. It's a sign of quality. On the fake one, they will use less stitches because it will cost them less and they can sell the bag for less. And obviously the quilted will be like more, I don't know, fluffy, more bigger because it will have less stitching around it. So it will have like a very different look and a very different structure. Note also sometimes you can see like fake bags have like very bumped quilted pattern because, as I was saying, you have less stitches, so this is strange. Anyway, another thing super clever to do is to check the back of the bag where there is like the pocket. Don't pay attention to my stitches here. They're like, this one is okay, but this one is hell. I need to repair it. I need to go back to Chanel and to have the spa, but I think it's like 650 euros. This is kind of expensive. I don't know if I'm ready now to invest for the spa. I don't know. I need to check with a leather surgeon or other type of repair. But anyway, so you can check also for the quilted, the leather quilted here, thanks to the pockets. You need to make sure the pattern is perfectly done in, well, almost perfectly done in terms of diamond here. When diamond ends, it should begin on the pocket. Always it's supposed to be very aligned and it should start and end at the same time. You should still have it even if you have the pocket, and same thing for the end. As you can see, it should fit perfectly. And sometimes when the bag is very used or vintage, you can have like it can be like a little bit different, but very little, not a lot. You can see on fakes that sometimes this is clearly not aligned and this is so different and this is so fake. So I need to say it needs to be lined up perfectly. Anyway, we need to continue on the inside. So the one with the stitching on the back with the pocket is something, I think it's the most important of all and it's the easiest one to check for your bags. I'm sorry, I have like bubble paper inside my bag. Something super nice to check on your bag also is when you have a specific hardware color. For example, here I have silver. The inside channel should be the same color. For example, here I have silver. If my hardware was gold, it would have been gold inside. This is something you need to check because usually you can have very good fake. You can find very good fakes on the outside, but usually they are not on the inside. So you need to check the color of the inside. You need also to check the color of the leather inside, depending on the year of the bag. Also something super important, and I'm not going to detail everything because the video is going to be long and I could make another one, is like for every zipper, every opening of the bag, you have brands that Chanel use. It can be different, but most of them have a very specific supplier for zipper, for hooks, openings of the bag. So you need to check them online. You can find them super easily, but you have them and they are usually always the same. Inside of the bag, for example, here you have the sticker, and stickers can be different from depending on the age of the bag, but it can be super interesting to have a look also on internet. I will try to make like a blog post about it if you want. I don't know if this video was very helpful for you or not. I really hope it can help you. I really hope my English was not too bad. It was such a hard video for me to make because my English is not perfect. I'm not like fully bilingual in English, especially on this type of vocabulary. I'm not that used to it. Some of the words I need to learn more, and so this is why it can be like a bit messy, but I hope my video will help you a lot. I really hope so. I really hope you will not buy fake on purpose, or I really hope you won't buy a fake bag without knowing. And I really hope this video can help you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't hesitate to click on the button below for following me. Subscribe to my channel. Send me some love with a little like. Also, it's only one click for you, but it's a lot for me. And don't hesitate to comment this video. I'll be very happy. If you have any question, just ask it in comment or contact me directly on Instagram. I'd be super happy to have a conversation with you. So see you very soon. Bye bye.